So the real truth about dating in the Philippines, you'll hear many different stories about dating in this beautiful country, and I want to be realistic with you as someone that's been single and been in relationships in the last 15, 16 months of living here. I think a lot of people give a skewed perception that there's, 100 virgins waiting at the airport. Every woman's just going to throw themselves at you, and that would not be an accurate depiction of what dating is in this beautiful country. I think your value at home is your value here, but you do go up a couple of points just off the perceived wealth, essentially, and the fact that you are considered exotic if you are not a native, just like a Filipina or a Thai girl would be in the United States. But does that mean it's just, every girl all over you? Not at all. Many girls stick within their own race, and many girls in an area like a BGC or Makati are simply not just interested in everyone that has white or black skin or whatever the case may be. There are still qualifiers, there are still picky people, especially when they have, money and standards, and they're looking for someone a certain age, a certain height, whatever the case may be. But with that, you will certainly have more options than in your home if you can sustain out here and you have a digital gig or you have a certain amount of money or whatever the case may be. So you have to basically take it with a grain of salt. It's not all perfect and you're just, every guy is Brad Pitt. If you're a lame in the West, you're a lame here, but you can certainly find a relationship. If you are Mr. Cool Guy Playboy, you will probably do well here, especially with women that have excellent English and can understand flirting and sarcasm, etc. But some people overhype it. It's not quite as good as some people say it is, but it certainly isn't the West. Results may vary. It all depends on you and how great you truly are, realistically. So I think the bottom line is, it's the same as the West, but it's not the same in the way of even a socially awkward, complete lame can find a girlfriend. If you want to play the field or be in places like a Manila or Cebu or something, you better be young and in shape, and Boracay as well. It's just the way it is. It's not, like I said, 100 virgins waiting at the airport. But if you were to create a Tinder profile and use Tinder Pro and say you're in the Philippines, or if you were to, go onto akinalove.com or one of these websites, you will notice that you will get 75 messages by the time you wake up, as opposed to 3 matches in the West if you're an average looking guy. So there is some benefits, but it may not be quite as sweet as some people make it out to be, just to be brutally honest about that. But with all that being said, the province is probably better for you if you're an older guy. A lot of guys go to Dumaguete and they find a girl from Negros. A lot of guys go to like Leyte and places like that. If you're a heavy guy or an older guy, that's going to be easier. A Manila or a Boracay, even Cebu to some extent. The more resources a woman has, the less likely she would be to just accept anybody. And these women do have standards, especially the city girls. That's as close as you'll get to a Western woman. But again, your skin color will help you. If you are good at speaking to women, that will help you. If you keep yourself in shape or you get out here as young as possible, these things will all work heavily in your favor, where perhaps in the West, even if you're in shape and you're considered tall or you know how to speak to women, the standards have just gotten ridiculously out of control with the OnlyFans and Snapchat and Instagram generation of, you need to make 7 figures and you need to be 6'6" and have a Bentley. None of that exists here. You don't need to lie. You don't need to flex about things you don't have or tell people you own 10 properties or something. That's not really necessary. You don't need to wear a Rolex. You don't need to wear jewelry. your skin color is a flex, your US passport or Western passport is a flex, and there are, you know, around 50% of girls that are strictly looking for foreigners for whatever reason, whether they're attracted to movie stars that are foreigners or white guys or black guys or their favorite sports star or whatever, or if they are looking for a financial advantage. Obviously, that's going to be a part of it. I mean, there's no way around that. If a woman gets with you and she's living below Western standards and you're living at Western standards and eating out every day and going to islands and stuff, that is stuff that they couldn't afford 90% of the time. You know what I mean? If a girl makes a massive salary, sure, but most girls, you know, if they're making $1,000 US a month, they're setting the world on fire out here. Some of them are content with, you know, like 30K, which is like about 550. So that's just the reality. So meeting a foreigner that's generous could be a life changer for them, realistically, as far as, you know, opening up possibilities and opening up a bright future. And I think that that's fair in any country. Usually a man pays for dates, the woman moves in with the man, etc., etc., etc. So it's not a foreign concept, and you will more than likely truly enjoy yourself in the Philippines. And the Philippines will differ from Thailand and countries like that by the fact of women genuinely being attracted to foreigners and not necessarily heavily preferring their native man. There is a lot of Filipinas that are genuinely attracted to foreigners, especially young ones or handsome ones or fit ones. And in Thailand, it's more of a transactional basis, unfortunately. Thailand is a more popular choice, but the Philippines certainly has a lot more women that are genuinely looking for that white or black guy or Mexican guy or whatever, the, you know, the non-Filipino that comes here either for work temporarily or relocates here permanently. So it just really depends. And if you want to test that, you can go on to these websites while you're still in America. And if you go onto a Thailand one, you will notice that almost everybody is asking for money in the messages. Once you get a few messages in the Philippines, they will truly just ask, oh, I want to know you more, sir, etc., etc. Now, could they be looking for a lifestyle upgrade? Certainly. But that doesn't mean that they don't have genuine burning desire for a foreigner. If a foreigner's tall, if a foreigner's handsome, even if you're an older guy, if you have your things together. But like I said, always try to get here as young as you can and be realistic, you know what I mean? Like I said in a previous video, start out slow with the spending if you're a big shot, unless you're gonna keep a woman at that level the entire time, as in tons of gifts and trips and stuff like that. Women tend to get accustomed to the good life and will think that you're rich even when you are not. If, you know, you wanna break the bank on your first, if you wanna break the bank on your first visit or discovery trip or whatever the case may be. But just taking a walk around the Uptown BGC. I do consultations, $50 until the end of the year. PayPal link in the about section. I have a member group with a lot of exclusive videos and do exclusive lives sometimes in places like Siargao or Boracay. It's like $5. The link is in any of the lives. Just wanted to get back to doing these walk-in talks and showing you guys this beautiful city at night. Nothing is better than Uptown BGC or BGC during the holidays, all the trees and the lights and just this immaculate city. But yeah, I just wanted to be realistic about what the advantages and disadvantages are. The disadvantages are going to be that you're far from home, you may have no friends, you need to be careful. A lot of people don't like the humidity, the customer service, things that I've mentioned in previous videos, but it's a good trade-off if you're looking for love. And usually guys don't go 8,000 miles from home unless they are looking for love. I mean, let's be realistic. People don't usually come here for the snorkeling. They come here for the women. They come here for the white sand beaches. They come here for the raised value of their money. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if you have a thought to come to the Philippines, don't let anyone talk you out of that. Don't let your parents tell you, you know, you shouldn't go, it's not safe, you're a sexpat, you're this and that. You should come do a discovery trip. Do 30 days minimum, go to multiple locations, and then make the decision for yourself. If you're an adult and you're not leaving young children behind, there is nothing wrong with going to a Philippines, a Thailand, a South America, etc., etc. So just wanted to show you guys this beautiful city, or this corner of Manila. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and until next time, sana all.